Hi guys and welcome to the Friday Night Rant. This week we are sponsored by Tyskie, which I believe is a Polish beer, but nonetheless. Oh, that's a good beer. Oh, that's nice, that is. I think I've had it once or twice before. It's always cheap and it's quite nice and refreshing, so if you get a chance to get some Tyskie, get some. So, it's Friday the 13th and that means it's Brink release day, so I've got all excited. I went into work today at 7 o'clock, which is normal, earlier than normal, just so I could leave, get back, open Brink up, and all day I'm getting really excited, and it's just been like Christmas for me. I just can't wait to get my hands on this game. And then this happened. Nothing turned up, and I am so f***ing pissed off at Play and Play.com. It's just, Play.com originally was a good website. Like, everything was cheap, they had free delivery, and it was fast delivery and reliable delivery, and I really enjoyed the website. And the thing is, obviously everybody's cotton onto it and the internet's got bigger and people have started ordering from there and the site's got bigger. But the thing is, with most websites, as they get bigger, the service and the amount of people they hire gets bigger and it keeps that level of service. And Play has never done that. As they've expanded, it feels like they've got the same f***ing bunch of people there, and the service has just dropped so badly. Like, when I used to order things, it used to be here within a day or two, and it was always exactly what I've ordered. And in the past now, I've ordered a fascia plate for a Wii guitar, and they sent me a PS3 one. I've asked for some scratch remover for an iPod. They sent me a rubber mat for a car. Joe ordered 3 Mario figures for a tenner. They sent a 1. The other 2 was the stock one there, so it was pre-ordered. Which is like, oh, that's fair enough. We've been waiting a year. He still hasn't turned up, and I can't be asked to phone him up and say, can I just have my £10 back and I'll send you the Mario figure, because the thing is, going through all the terms and services and phoning them up and all that crap's just pointless. They can keep that tenner and I'm not bothered anymore. And then with this today, I ordered Brink ages ago. I should have bought it from Granger Games, like I said in that previous video, but I thought, no, I ordered it that long ago, so I'm probably at the front of the queue for getting this game, and it's just not turned up. It was dispatched on Wednesday and it hadn't turned up. And I don't care if you all say, oh, that's down to Royal Mail and stuff like that. It may be, but I'm not bothered. Play should have got it to me on time, and there was no guarantee. I'm not bothered about that. It's just the service is dropped. I'm f***ed off with Play. Play is shit. And I'm just telling you now, do not order from Play anymore. The service is poor, and it's not just me. I didn't get it. I phoned my mate up, James, and he was just like, geez Louise, it's not turned up. And Martin from the Game Link, he was talking to me on Facebook, his hasn't turned up. So it's just poor service from Play.com. So just stop using their website. Obviously, me saying this won't necessarily make you do it, but seriously, don't go there. And it's made me think now that I could go to Amazon, I could go to someone else, because it comes to my house, and that's the reason why I buy it. But when it comes down to getting games on launch now, I'm going to go to the shops and buy it, because at the end of the day, all the way back on the Friday Night Rant 2, I think I was talking about the shops are dying and over time they're going to be gone. And the thing is, I'm causing that because I'm buying online. So to save the game shops, I'm now going to always buy from game shops. That's it, I am done with going online. Don't get me wrong, I'll have a look for a deal, and if it's there and it's cheap, and if it's 10 times cheaper than the shop, I'll buy it. But if it's going to be £1 cheaper, I'm going to go with the shops, just because I want to put money in their pocket, and I know I'll go into town, and then within an hour later it will be in my hand. And I just completely lost my trust for Play.com, so that's it, I am done. I'm shutting my account down, I'm sending them a stinking letter. In fact, I've just sent them a stinking letter, because, like idiots, when you order from Play.com, you get free DLC, which is Fallout tattoos and Fallout stuff for your guns, but they actually sent me that as a code. So I'm going to redeem the code and just send the game back anyway. I've already sent them a stinking email which was full of profanity, and it probably will never get to him, but I was just angry. So that's it. I'm done with it now. I'm not going to go on it anymore, but just don't go to Play.com because the shit. So, moving on then. This is going to be a very small Friday night rant, simply because I've got to now go to Morrison's to buy it, because I don't want to wait till tomorrow morning and play it. All my friends have got it now. I want to play it now, so I'm going to go to Morrison's or whoever's selling it at the moment and buy it there. So it leaves me little time, and then normally a Friday night rant takes me about about 3 hours to film, edit and do all the magic and whatnot. So I'm not even going to have time to probably edit it and put all funny things in. I'm just going to tell you my 2 cents and then run and buy Brink. So the first thing I want to talk about is Microsoft has been listening to us. We said in the past video we want to see some new applications and stuff like that putting on the dashboard, and they've taken on our advice. They sent me an email that says, thank you very much, Jurassic Junkie, for giving us information, and this is what we're going to do. It didn't pan out like that at all. That's a complete lie. They're just going to drop us a new dashboard update because it's May. What's going to be a part of that is there's going to be 6 updates, so it's going to be rolled out throughout May, and most of it's piracy and bug fixing. But one feature that they're going to be bringing to us is the ability to buy things through PayPal, which is cool. I hate PayPal anyway because they're robbing dogs, but I've always had a problem with my card not working on Xbox website. I've always had to use Joe's, which is annoying because then she buys it and I have to pay back, and it's just annoying prattling about. So with the ability to buy stuff through PayPal, they're going to be a very nice feature, so I'm quite chuffed with that coming out. And the other thing to do with the dashboard and whatnot is Microsoft has just brought Skype for £8.5 billion, which is absolutely crazy. But yeah, so it's like they're buying the company out, so it's going to be Microsoft owned, and that's going to filter down to us as Xbox users. It's a bit of a grey area exactly what we're going to get from it, but I can only assume that we're going to be able to make phone calls through the Xbox, which is fair enough because they just need to drop us an application down so we can dial numbers. We've already got a headset and jobs are good, and so that would be a really nice feature to be able to make phone calls, even if we have to pay a little bit more, because I was paying £2 a month for unlimited landline calls on Skype, I think it was. So if they did that, I'll probably just pay the £2. But it'd be very nice if they actually gave it to us a part of the gold package, because that'd be another thing for them to actually give us to try and pull the market away from PlayStation, because obviously they've done themselves a lot of damage at the moment. And if Microsoft go, oh, and you get free phone calls as well, then that's going to really do them well and bring a lot of custom over to Microsoft. So it's something that's going to be pretty cool. They've also said that it's going to work with your Windows Mobile, so, and also tie into party chat. So that'd be quite cool, because then on your phone you'll probably be able to talk to your mates who are actually in a party, which would be a really, really cool feature. So we'll have to see how this pans out, but hopefully they're actually going to use it in a good way and not just go, you can make phone calls. Hopefully they put a bit of effort into it. So we shall see how that one pans out. The other thing I wanted to talk about really is map editors. Portal 2's about to give us a map editor, well, just PC users, but I don't know if it's going to get rolled out to consoles or not. I do doubt it, but nonetheless, the thing which I can't understand is map editors have been around for a long time. I remember doing it on Command and Conquer, having a map editor, and there was map editors in Dungeon Keeper. Duke Nukem 3D had a map editor, and I must have spent hundreds of hours on that. And they kind of pop up every so often. Like Skate 3 had one, and that made me play Skate 3 a lot more. Not because I necessarily made the maps, but I was downloading people's maps, and that means we play the game longer. And I can't understand why companies don't tap into that. I know it takes time and effort to actually make a map editor and make sure it's not bugging and people can break it and stuff like that. That's fine. Obviously it takes time and resource, but when they release a map editor, it just means that we can create endless amounts of maps, and people will download endless amounts of maps, and it just means we constantly keep playing that game. And even if we feel like, oh, we're bored now because we've played the same 10 maps over and over again, we could then download more maps. Whereas if I play Call of Duty, I feel like I've played them maps over and over and over and over again, and I get kind of bored. I won't buy the download content, because paying like £12 for 6 more maps to me is just daylight robbery. I've never paid for a map pack from Call of Duty, and when I get bored of the games I sell them. And if they had a map editor, it would make me keep that game forever, because people would be constantly releasing new stuff out. And it's just something that they should have done from like the get-go. It should be the standard now that practically all games come with map editors, because I know I'm slating Call of Duty here now, but that's just because I've kind of gone off it for what they're doing at the moment. But I think Battlefield is a superior first-person shooter and Call of Duty is just the same old, and I'll always stick with Battlefield. But if Call of Duty released a map editor, it would pull me towards Call of Duty, even though I'm not a massive fan of it. So just by them doing that alone would bring me over to the Call of Duty side. So I just can't understand why companies don't tap into that and go, there you go, you make your own maps. And they can even cash on in it still, because they can release texture packs. I'd rather try and download someone's map and it say, you can't download this map because he's got a texture pack. And I'm like, okay, I'll download the texture pack, because by doing that, I'll probably get access to about another 1,000 new maps. Whereas I don't want to pay Activision £12 to just get 6 new maps. I'd rather pay the map pack and play an unlimited amount of maps. So it's just something I just can't understand why it's not bigger. I know every so often, like even Far Cry 2 had a map editor, and it's just like it happens, then everyone kind of forgets about it, and then every so often someone else brings it back out. And I think Super Meat Boy just got one as well. And the thing is, people have probably played that game, it's kind of died down, bring a map editor out, inject some life back into it, and everyone's playing it again. So why are we not seeing that? But that brings me straight on to the last thing, which is the question of the week, and that is quite simple. What game would you have liked to see with a map editor? And you can go as retro as you want, or current gen, or whatsoever. Would you like to see something as old as Pac-Man with a map editor or something like that? But I think that's quite a good question, because it's going to make people think, and I'm looking forward to the responses on this. Any game in the entire world, if you could have had a map editor for, what would it have been? And that's it, guys. I'm sorry it's short and sweet, and the editing's probably just quite standard and me talking, but I've got to buy Brink. It's like a drug. It's like someone's taking my crack pipe away, and I need to get it again. I don't know. I can't even express how I am feeling angry, but excited at the same time. It's a very weird emotion that it's kind of inflicted on me, but we shall see. And I really do hope Brink turns out to be a good game. So, sorry, short and sweet. Thanks for watching, guys. Cheers.